this is Max, the musician's friend. We're here at the Keeley booth at Winter NAMM 2019, and we're chatting with Robert Keeley about some exciting new pedals they just announced. Robert, how you doing?
Great, man. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So we've got a bunch of new pedals here. Synth-1, Fuzz Bender, ECCOS, and DDR. You mind walking us through them a little bit?
Yeah, not a problem, man. The first up is the DDR. That's our drive and wet channel in one pedal. It's a great little box that gives you two different drive sounds and then either delay or reverb in another package. So they fit together well, that you can have an effects loop in here if you want to insert something in between, but we think it's kind of a perfect thing for a fly date or a fly gig, you know, where you can go out and just bring one pedal to the gig if you just want to jam at the house.
You mind giving us a little demo of it?
Sure, I don't mind at all.
All right, Robert, let's go down the pedal board a little bit and let's take a look at the ECCOS. You mind telling us a little bit about that?
Sure. The ECCOS we're really proud of. We've been working on it for 2.5 years. It's our first true stereo 24-bit processor. It's got presets. It has remote control switching, so you can connect it to any pedal switcher, and external tap tempo, internal tap tempo. And it's based on a concept that I came up with, having flanged trails on your repeats, but not interfering with your guitar notes, so everything stays nice and clear, and then you get this motion in the background that's not pitch modulated. So we've built this incredible platform to hold all those amazing sounds. It's all in the subtle nature of it, but it really shines when you're listening to your playing in a mix.
Cool. Do you mind giving us a short demo of it? Robert, thanks so much for demoing that. Next, we got the Fuzz Bender, which has actually been making quite a bit of noise relative to the rest of the noise here at NAMM. Could you break this down for us a little bit?
I'm really excited about the Fuzz Bender. The Fuzz Bender is very cool because it's a 3-transistor kind of like monster fuzz, in which the last one's a germanium one. So it's not going to interfere with your playing. You got to worry about where you put it in your pedal chain. But then we took this monster EQ section from these metal pedals from the 80s. We added that on it, carved away at the fuzz sound until we offered this huge monster palette of fuzz. We called it the Fuzz Bender because the shaping's EQ. And then we added a gate to it that just goes crazy. So monster EQ, a gate, and some of the best transistors you can find. We're actually putting these really cool Japanese germanium transistors in it, so it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. So the gate will almost give it kind of like a sputtery sound, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. It'll cut out kind of like a synth, kind of like a stuttery type of thing, exactly. And then you can do things like cut away the bass and add treble, and I'd love to show you both those things. So it's pretty cool.
All right, let's hear it in action. All right, so the final of the 4 pedals you guys just announced is the Synth-1. Give us a little overview of what's going on here.
So one day, Larry Lalonde from Primus came by the shop, and I said, "Hey man, is there anything we can build for you today?" And he's like, "Effects pedal in one day?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of what we specialize. We can move fast." And he's like, "Well, I just want something that goes wow." I said, "I got you covered." It took more than that one day. We gave him something that did that, kind of more like blah, but what we did is we came up with this synth pedal to do that. So it's got this great, like, Boss slow gear reverse swell thing where it fades in. It's great for pedal steel and stuff like that. But then we started creating our own synth engines and wave generators and octaves and stuff. And we just gave people a lot of choices because when we were experimenting with it, there's different ways that pickups and picks and stuff like that interact to create this envelope that is your guitar playing. And so it's very hard to trigger on those type of things. So we gave people, trumpet sounds and stuff like that, loosely speaking. But it's pretty cool because it's a noisemaker, but it's actually a really good one.
Great. You mind giving us a taste of it?
Sure, no problem.
Robert, thank you so much for demoing these. It was really great. Learned a little bit more about what's going on with all these exciting new pedals from you guys. Can you give us a little sense of availability for them?
So the first one out is, of course, the Synth-1. That's coming out the end of February. The rest of them come out in the next 2 or 3 months.
Okay, well, Robert, thanks again. And if you want to learn more and order yours, head to musiciansfriend.com.